First order of business today, we're going to lower the water level all the way down to the bottom. And very important thing, if you haven't pulled the block that's in the hallway that we're seeing right now, if you haven't done so yet, do it now. Otherwise, if you lower the water level, and you're going to be forced to send it all the way back up. Fortunately, there's a Pharaoh's Wind all the way up where you can do so in my playthrough, but if you forgot about that too, then it's not going to be funny. So you better have pulled that block when I told you to do so. That is, if you're following along with my game. Very important, because we're going to need 2 keys to go through the last wing of the temple. One of them we already got from the room with the vortexes, and the second one is located behind that block. That's why I am so insistent on you actually pulling that block out of the way first. By the way, if you have a Pharaoh's Wind all the way up at the top of the temple, you're not going to need to raise the water level to medium, but if you don't have a Pharaoh's Wind up there, you're going to need to do it. Reason being that you're going to need the water level to be at medium in order to be able to reach the area that allows you to raise the water level all the way to the top. The only reason why I'm visiting this tower right now is because there's a gold sculpture that required the long shot, so that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I'm not even going to be bothering wasting time raising the water level, because, as I said, I got a Pharaoh's Wind up there, so it's not mandatory. So, now that this is done, you want to go all the way around to the back, and you're going to see there's going to be a gate there with an eye target there. So, do the usual thing, and now you have very little time to hookshot all the way to the target over there. Whew! That was close! That was actually really, really close. Anyway, remember that block, the one from all the way back at the beginning of the dungeon? Well, you just want to push it all the way over there, and this gives you access to the last key of this dungeon, the last small key that is, because we still don't have the boss key. It's located in the last wing of the temple, obviously, since it's the only area we have left to visit. Gonna get out of there from this area where we first pulled the block out of that wall because we can't go back the way we came because of the gate. So, last wing of the temple is in the north direction on the first floor. So, you want to sink down there with your iron boots. And, okay, it actually sort of reminds me of the room where you get the compass, you know, with the spikes and all. So here we go. We got the first locked door there, and what's in the next room already? Okay, this room. I'm just gonna bring back the Kokiri boots. For this one, you see lots of Tektites. What you want to do? You want to try and bring as many as you can over to you. You do that by stunning them with the hookshot. No! I didn't want to roll. I didn't want to go in the water. Well, at least I got lucky I didn't fall into the cyclones. That could have been messy and ruined an otherwise perfectly good run. So yeah, now that they're distracted, they're actually going to start hopping towards you. And you know what? I'm going to go for it because these fellows, it's going to take so much time to just, draw them over to where you are. So come on. Oh wow, didn't get hit there. Come on, let's go. Oh my god, I didn't get hit at all. Oh, wow! That was awesome! Usually I always have to take a few hits because, I'm impatient and I don't want to. Oh god! We got those manta ray things now. Oh my god! They're dying like crazy. It's really intoxicating to, just slash your sword a few times and then you down a whole mob. This doesn't happen nearly enough in this game. It happens a lot more in Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, though. Now, this wall over there was fake. This one as well. Obviously, there's a crack on it. You need to bomb both walls because there's going to be another silly little block puzzle that's really, really is easy to solve. But, unfortunately, they still manage to make it take a while. So, Yeah, and people wonder why I don't like that place to begin with. Okay, so now that it's up at the wall, this is where the other bomb comes in handy, because you're going to have to pull it so that you can keep on pushing it back in the other entrance. You get the idea of what I'm saying. By the way, while I'm doing this, someone asked in the last video if it was possible to do this temple without the Zora tunic, and a quick search on YouTube reveals that it is indeed possible, and it's not even as hard as it looks. Probably the hardest part is, remember that part where I had to press a crystal switch underwater and you got a whole bunch of enemies falling down from a cage in the ceiling? Yeah, that one. This is probably the trickiest part, but it's not even all that hard if you just hurry up and don't dawdle around. Okay, so now that we pressed that switch down there, the water level is going to raise. And this is going to allow us to move on to the next room, which, if I remember correctly, is the one... No, it's not the one I was thinking of. So, we got Tektites over there. We want to do the same thing as before. Try and get them over to you so they can fall in the pit. There goes one. There goes the other. And there we go. So now you gotta hurry up. There are now 3 geysers to walk on, and the door needs to be crossed before time runs out. No, I didn't want to L-target that! And it was still up there! I thought it fell down for sure! Come on! Oh! Wow! Well, that was close! Anyway, let's just let the boulder pass, then hurry up, go down there, and put the iron boots this way. You're not going to be under threat by rolling boulders while you're trying to snag this skulltula here. Okay, there we go. This is the last skulltula in the dungeon, I believe. So, oh, we got the clam here. Wasn't quick enough to target it, so... Oh man! Oh man, oh man, oh man. Now I really gotta do it, else I'm in trouble. Okay, there we go. No problem. So, their hookshot target up there. Doesn't look like it. I'm going to change boots, but I'm just going to check before to make sure, yeah, I have all the gold skulltulas in the temple. There's a little skulltula icon that appears next to the dungeon's name when you have all the skulltulas in a given dungeon. I can't believe I'm only mentioning this in the 6th dungeon of the game, but if you want to know if you got all the skulltulas in the game, then, not in the game, but in the dungeon, then that's where you can look. Anyway, we got a boss key, and now we're going to cheat our way through a massive shortcut. I'm going to use Pharaoh's Wind to put me all the way back at the top of the temple. This way I'm going to avoid having to go all the way back, then raise the water level to the middle, then go all the way through that wing of the temple to bring it all the way back to the top. Yeah, it's just very convenient to have a Pharaoh's Wind all the way up there. So, water level at the top means that I'm going to be able to access the boss's room. And it's located on the north side of the last floor. By the way, there's one small room before the boss, past that door over there. I'm just going to take care... Ow! Just wanted to take care of this Tektite so it wouldn't hurt me while I'm hookshotting, but instead it hurts me while I'm fighting it. Just great. But, yeah, let's see. Do we have anything in the pots there? Oh, great, a fairy! And... oh, another one! Well, that's overkill, but I guess if you got 2 empty bottles, then it works. Now, this room, you want to go to the side and wait until the first one moves out of the way, and if your timing's right, you just have to keep running up, never break stride. There we go, made it. This room gave me so much trouble when I first played this game. It's like I'm one room away from the boss in this extremely tedious temple I spent several hours on, and now I just can't get past those damn things. Anyway, this is the boss's room, and Navi kindly informed us that there was something off about the water in this room. Yeah, because we couldn't figure it out for ourselves. I mean, we just got past the boss's door and all. Anyway, mandatory pan all over the place sequence. And this is the boss, a little core inside a water tentacle. This is Morpha, one of the easier bosses in the game, no doubt. What you want to do, first and foremost, head over to the outer edge of the room. Then you find the core, and you have to try and hookshot it to you. But now, as you can see, it's generating the water tentacle. And the best time to actually drag it towards you is while it's moving along the tentacle. Okay. Oh! Oh, man, I had it, but then fell down into the water. Yeah, it's not very recommended to be on the edge of the ledge while you're doing this. And by the way, stay away from the tentacle, because if it manages to... If you get in range, it's going to grab you, and it's going to deal a lot of damage to you. Fortunately, very easy to avoid as long as you try and keep track of where everything is. And, yeah, another cycle wasted. Couldn't even get it over here. Alright. Oh, man, I did it again! Okay, fine. Do your little tentacle thing. I'm gonna get away, as usual. And missed again. Just... Okay, there we go. There we go. I got one hit in. Pretty lousy start to the battle, though. And, okay. By the way, there's no reason why you shouldn't just keep trying, even though it's a lot harder to grab when it's just moving around like this. Okay. Far away from the tentacle. Whoa! I still was closer than I thought I would be. Okay, if I can just... What? It looked like it went straight through it! Well, at least I got it. I got it on the next try. By the way, there are methods that allow you to get more than one hit on the core whenever it comes out. You can, for example, use the hookshot to send it all the way over in the corner where there are no spikes. By the way, avoid the spikes, this goes without saying. But yeah, I'm not very good at doing that. I'm good enough at doing it the standard method, but those time-consuming tricks just aren't worth it for me. By the way, when you dealt a significant amount of damage to the core, a second tentacle is going to appear somewhere else in the room. You have to be careful not to get grabbed by it either, but sometimes... Oh wow, it's dead already! Even though it was a rather lousy Morpha fight, well, at least I didn't take any damage. That would have been humiliating. So yeah, this concludes, I can call it my best water temple run ever, and I'm glad that I caught it on camera for the world to see. By the way, just in case you're asking, I still hate that place. But yeah, as I was about to say, that second tentacle, if you're focused on the first one where the core is, usually it's going to be way back at the other end of the room, but sometimes you're just going to get surprised because it was right behind you. It grabs you and deals a lot of damage. And you know there's no difference between the real tentacle and the fake one. They hurt as much as each other. But either way, 3 temples down, only 2 more to go. So it's back to the Chamber of the Sages for a few mandatory lines from the Sage of Water, Princess Ruto. By the way, you did a real good job of leading the way and guiding me through the temple back there. And unfortunately, we don't have a camera angle as funny as when you beat Jabu Jabu's belly. Back then, Link was just clearly staring at Ruto's boobs, but now it's sort of hard to tell. I grant my eternal love to you, and Link staggers when hearing that. That's what I say, but I don't think I can offer that now. What that means is basically, the wedding's been called off because Ruto's stuck guarding the water temple as the Sage of Water. So in a nutshell, love is over! Fuck yeah! Oh, who gives a shit about Princess Zelda? I just realized that I got off the hook and I got that spiritual stone with no strings attached all the way back then. Now, how do you like them apples, you clingy slut?